isn't there some pesky villagers in front of my base expansion? We can't have that, can we? Gladly, I just built this massive cannon in front of your village, full of TNT. Well, I guess I could just press the button once, and all of this would be over. They called me a madman. They called me fat, and that I cannot stand for.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. Well, this is nothing. So, if you how about okay. Hear me out. What if you and I, yeah, go build together a Christmas tree? Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Okay. No, don't worry about the cannon. It's I mean, that's not a cannon. That's a confetti machine, of course, because I was about to throw a party to the villagers. Of course, a party. Nothing will happen if I press this button. Anyway, let's go build a Christmas tree, shall we? Yeah, that's probably for the best. Anyway. Okay, so I'm a little bit on a time cruncher because I'm planning on delivering this episode before Christmas, and well, I'm recording this on the 21st, so I don't have a lot of time, but I've been doing some crunch in the meantime here. I've been collecting some leaves because we're gonna need a lot of leaves to build this giant Christmas tree. The problem I see is I don't know if I have enough leaves, and I am not entirely sure what I want for the decoration, but one thing I am sure, I want to build it around there-ish, right? Like what that I can look in the horizon and I can see a bright Christmas tree right there. That's what I think I want that at the very least, because I didn't necessarily plan this ahead. But one thing I'm sure as well, I am going to be using like shroom light and other things such as that to decorate the tree. Now, maybe it would be good for it to be high up, like perched on top of this place, right? And then I can use pretty much this entire base here to, like, you know, to be the base of the tree going all the way up. And I'm thinking as well into making some giant presents. And on those giant presents, I'm gonna make a redstone contraption. Yes, there's going to be redstone on my tree. That, like a giant present that you press a button and it dispenses some presents alongside with coal. It's gonna be random. That's the entire point. All right, I guess there is no delay in it. The best way to start is to stop thinking about it and just start. Because if I keep thinking about it, this episode will never come out. Okay, so right now I'm in my testing world here, where I just dump a bunch of projects in, and I think I want this to be the design of the present, of the gift that's going to be under our yet to be built tree. I'm not really sure about the design though. I never built a present or a gift in Minecraft. I don't think it came out terrible, but it didn't come out great either. And I just built the front. The back, it's still like all empty because we're gonna be working on the redstone now. And I think all that I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna do anything too fancy. I'm just going to put a just a dispenser right here, right? And then there's going to be like some random stuff going on in the background here that when I press a button at the bottom, it's going to send a redstone signal that's going to randomize whatever the fuck is the items that I put inside of our present, and then it's going to spit out one. And I think that maybe I'm going to do like the majority of items is going to be coal, and the other half is going to be pretty much good stuff, like, you know, diamonds, equipment that are all enchanted and stuff like that. And then all that I have to do is I come here, I press a button and then that button is going to send me something. It's going to send me an item. I have no idea how to build this, by the way. I have no idea because I'm not exactly a redstone dude. I am going to try my best, and if I can't do it, I'm just going to, do what everybody does, which is go to YouTube and look for the solution. Because, there's a lot of talented people out there, and you should never, ever be ashamed to, not know everything and look for other very talented people in the Minecraft community for the answers, okay? So let's try and crack onto this. Okay, after a lot of head scratching, as I said, I'm not a redstone guy by any means. I finally came up with an idea, and it involves a lot of stuff. I was trying to avoid to use water. That's all. I was trying all this time to avoid to use water, so I tried like a bunch of different configurations of drop evaders and I tried like blinking redstone torches to block specific hoppers for a limited amount of time to see if like an item would go through 50-50. I tried many ways to try and randomize things. So I thought that maybe I should just leave the dropper itself to do the job, because it is totally random. Like, it's going to choose either of these items every single time at random. So it's pretty much a one of 9 of any of those items to be there. Actually, I mean, in this case, it's 1 out of 6 because I only have these, right? And then after one of these items go up, the dropper, the bubble vader, it's going to get into this sorting system here, and then the sorting system, whichever item it picks up, is going to activate another dropper that contains a random assortment of good items or bad items. The charcoal, this one's just charcoal, this one's like just success, and of course I'm going to manually choose what I want to be in each one of my droppers, and I'm gonna make it like as random and chaotic as possible. So if everything is fine and there's no way that it shouldn't, if I place this button right here and I press it, that's not a good time. Oh, well, because I put it in the wrong. Yeah, well, that's embarrassing. Okay. And I put the wrong amount of items in there. Ugh. Okay, now that we fixed that, we should we should and with the push of the button, and with the push of this button, I shall get diamond. I got diamond for Christmas. It just didn't deliver to my hands. It just stopped. Sadly. Just sagged over the exit like this. Yes. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. It's not bad. It's not a problem. It's not exactly a problem. As far as I'm aware, this is a success. So let me clear my inventory and press the button again. Oh, yeah. Whatever came out of that should have returned, right? Yeah, it did. It was one of these. Okay, that's cool. That's all right. Ooh. And diamond for Christmas. Nice. Then what came back? Okay, so it's funny because it's creating another stack. For some reason, it's working. Our present is working. I was trying my best not to use water in this building, but I guess I didn't really have much of a choice. I mean, there are other ways to randomize items, I know, but I wanted to do something that didn't involve like this in a sorting system, because this is the very first thing that my mind went to, is to have a sorting system that takes an output, and the output gives yet another random output. But it could have taken way shorter if I just defaulted to doing this from the very beginning. Well, such is life, and life is such, and all that good stuff. Let's move on. Let's move on. Maybe this is this why? Because I have snow next to it? Could it be this stupid? Of course it could. Of course it could. Let's try again. Oh, well, here we go. I think I've just been answered. Yeah, yep, I have just been answered. It was because there was snow next to it. That's fine, whatever. Let me go grab more bone meal. Oh, come on. Come on. Just do it. Oh, that one did. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's a chonky tree. That's such a chonker. Oh my goodness, that's such a chonker, dude. I am almost considering just removing all of the leaves, just leaving the, you know, the stump. And then again, I didn't necessarily need it to use saplings for this. I could just made a core out of anything and then just build the leaves around, since I mean I brought leaves exactly for this. Not to mention the tree's a bit small. I want it to be, I don't know, dude, maybe like yep, for sure, this much taller is gonna be much better. But then you're gonna need something like, okay, so the base, so it needs to be a Christmas tree, so it needs to technically like diagonally go into those directions. I might have to add some extra dirt into this little mountain hill looking thing here. But then again, I am planning on making like the base of the Christmas tree with gifts and other additions like that. Okay, let me start placing some stuff, and then I'll be back with you once I've got, you know, some actual partially constructed Christmas tree. Oh, and here's another thing. I just decided that I wanted to prune a little bit, or at the very least have some shears with me, but I don't know where my shears are. This has been happening way too often recently. I bring shears, I leave them somewhere, and then when I go back there, they're not there anymore. And that happened first with my other pickaxe, you know, because I have this, or like actually this one. I had another one, and it disappeared completely. You know, I had another Fortune 3 pickaxe that disappeared completely. To this day, I don't know where it is. It just vanished, alongside with, so far, about 10 buckets, like at the very least 6 shears, and I don't know where they are. I know I have a bit of a chest monster going on in my base, but I don't think I should be losing. They should be going somewhere. Coming up with the second layer right here is a little bit shorter, because it's going to be shorter and shorter and shorter towards the apex as we reach higher and higher. I think I may have underestimated it, but then again, I can manually expand towards the towards the outside if it needs be, but I have not taken a look at this tree yet, so I wanna make it a surprise for you as much as it is for me. Chances are that everything's gonna work just fine, so we're about to see that. Okay, so I am just short of what I set out to get to, but I don't think I can, you know, make this tree go any higher without making it look really weird. So I might have to expand the edges of the leaves by a long margin here to make sure that I can make this taller, but that is really not much of a problem at all. So let's fly by for the first time to see how this tree is looking like. Okay, I'm just gonna let myself go like this, and I could use of a second layer for sure. That looks kind of weird. What happened there? Okay, so yeah, I mean, if there was yet another, if there was another clean cut like this on top, yes, I'm on board. But as is right now, no, I'm gonna have to expand for sure. Okay, I have been trying some things, and I have not looked at this tree in its fullest, but I think I might have created the ugliest Christmas tree to ever exist. And to be quite honest, if that's the case, I am probably just going to leave being the ugliest Christmas tree ever. And oh dear. Oh, 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 oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's weird. You know, like something that kind of fits and it doesn't fit at all at the same time? Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of fits and it kind of doesn't fit at all. I tried breaking up that, you know, the pattern by putting a few spikes here and there, and it's not terrible. It's not terrible, I guess. It looks weird a little bit in there, I guess. It kind of looks like a... It kind of looks like a lighthouse. A spiky lighthouse. Alright, so I'm gonna let you boys in on a little secret. I never actually built a Christmas tree. Ever. I'm not even kidding. Ever, ever. So I decided, where is a good place to finally pop my Christmas cherry? That sounded so bad. But yes, where is a better place to pop my Christmas cherry than on Minecraft? You know, build a Christmas tree. Probably that's why it came out so ugly, because I wouldn't know a Christmas tree from a regular oak if my life depended on it. But that's not the point. The point is that it's interesting to be doing something that you have never done ever in your life, and your very first experience with it is virtual. And again, that's pretty much an allegory to 2020 in general. Here we go, I'm back home. And you stay just like a good boy. Look, I've got a new treat for you. It's legendary warhog chop stuff. He loves it. Success. So my idea for the top of this tree is actually a big star, you know, as one would, of course. And the point is, I think what I want for that is a big, you know, blinking light, sort of, kind of. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that. All that I know is that if you have redstone lamps, right, which is what I'm about to do here. Oh, hang on. Okay, 24 is enough for now. All that I know is that observers usually have a very interesting thing that they do. Let me build the shape of the star, and then I'll keep talking about it. Well, I guess all of you know by now where I'm going with this. So I decided against the 5-point star to go for a 4-point star. I mean, I think it also looks very neat. I could also fill it with more lanterns, but I would have to connect to even more observers. And I don't think I have observers for that. But then, in the other hand, I could just simply have myself, like, I could even make the center with gold if I feel like, you know, just make it the center with gold. Or, since I got so much shroomlight, I could make the center with shroomlight. It's just a question of, does it look any good whatsoever with the shroomlights? I don't know what to say about this. And then, not to mention that this contraption here, it's a bit thick. It's a bit thick in comparison to the tree. So, of course, I'm going to find a way to make it smaller. There's no way I won't do that, because otherwise it's going to be absolutely, like, disproportionate in comparison to the tree. Not to mention that we're going to have all of these sides sticking out. Maybe I could put in some light here somewhere, like, you know, and in the corners like this too, right? Yeah, I mean, it works. You can't tell me that this doesn't work, because clearly it does. I just don't know about the center. I don't think I like the shroom light though. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna like the gold either. Even though the gold makes it look really cool. Okay, so I came up with two designs, and the first one is the one that I was already working on, that you kind of saw working, just a little bit of a, like, just a little side over there. And I reduced the amount of observers that I would have to do, the amount of logic, by just creating this gold pattern around it. And I think it looks amazing, like it's like a deluxe star. However, I think this is pretty much as large in width, like, you know, sideways, as my tree itself. So I decided that maybe I could go with a simpler design, which is a many times smaller star. But I think on the context of the tree, it's going to look pretty good. And if I want to give it a little more extra chunk, I can always just, you know, outline it with gold, right? And it's going to look fabulous. That's the entire point of this, that I can put something around it and it's just going to make it stand out even more than just the flashing lights if I feel like it. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm gonna do that with gold, because I don't think I have that much gold, sadly, which just reminds me that I have to do like a pretty good gold farm at some point in my life. But that's not the point. The point is that I am considering using this version, which is considerably smaller. And oh my god, this mess, this absolute mess of, why is this one different than the other? This is one pointing down. Like, I just started placing observers, and like, if they worked, they worked, and I was like, fine, I'm happy with that. Okay, the last little bit of gold right there, and now comes, and I actually had a surplus of gold, so that means, in theory, I went to the nether for nothing, because I could have had enough. But I don't have enough to make like all the way to the back there, which is kind of a shame, because technically this star is going to be visible from only one area, which is from my home. Well, I mean, behind the pumpkin pretty much, but I guess that's the point that matters, so it doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, okay. Now, on to the logical bits. Okay. For ticks right there, and I guess I'm just gonna keep up with the theme, right? The netherrack for easy removal, I guess. There. Now we need a lever for power. This goes into subtract mode. It goes on top. Okay, so this should be working. Okay, I didn't look at a tree yet with the star on top, and oh yeah. Okay. Okay, that's actually really cool. I know. You don't need to tell me. I never decorated a tree in my life, but I know. Oh wow! Have you been eating cookies? I can smell them. I never built a tree before, but I know that the tree is like the last piece, the thing that goes on top. I don't have time for that, guys. I don't have time for that mumbo jumbo. Just let me build my tree the way that I want to build my tree, okay? Alright, so I just gave that a bit of a healthy sprinkle of shroom lights. I don't know, maybe a bit heavy-handed on the shroom light, I guess. Maybe a bit too much, maybe. Again, Christmas tree is supposed to be bright, right? I guess. It's supposed to be bright. I can only imagine that take those out, I guess. Like, take this one out. Let's try that out, right? Let's just keep the base ones, but remove the ones that are all high up in those areas here, and see how it looks. Okay. I like this more manageable. Yeah, it's a lot more manageable than it was before. It was just a light trim in the shroom light, but oh yeah, for sure. For sure, much better. Many times over. Much better. Okay, alright, it's about to start getting dark. Let's see if I can get away with letting it be dark just to take a little look-see at the tree during nighttime, because we have not done that yet. I mean, it's not like you can perceive much since, you know, I mean, I'm not playing this with like shaders or anything, so it's as good as it gets. I still cannot get over the fact that it's so busy in the front, but you know, you go to the back of that star, there's nothing, just black. I started making some designs for gifts that I'm going to be scattering around, probably a majority of them around the gigantic gift that I showcased at the beginning, that I designed in order to give you like a random surprise reward or coal, depending on if you've been a naughty boy. And these are the smaller ones that I'm going to be scattering around, and I'm probably going to be, you know, varying the colors, varying the shapes. They can be as long as I want them. They can be even a little bit bigger, but I don't want any of them to be any bigger than the giant present that's going to have the button for you to click and all that. I want them to be big, but not that big. And also, the smallest size that I can make is a 3x3, because otherwise I'm just going to end up with a checkerboard pattern. You know, if I do this, there's no way that I can do just a 2x2. Alrighty, I have right here in front of me the pretty much the footprint of the giant present that will give me gifts, and well, to the press of a button, that is. I'm thinking maybe I should input something. Maybe I should input cookies. Oh my god, that's genius. Okay, I just improved my design again. But as you can see, I've already sprinkled around a few other giant presents. You know, here and... Oh, that was kind of a fail. Hi, hello, can we... So... Assuming that I'm still recording... My game kind of froze for a second. So I just hope that I didn't lose too much. Not my game. The entire computer froze. And I don't know why. And that has been happening quite often recently. Maybe, I don't know, maybe my computer's just dying. That's besides the point. The point is that I have the footprint right there. I have a few gifts scattered around. I'm gonna put a few more, because I mean, I do have the space. Then I'm going to make a nice little walkway going all the way from there to here, then to there, to the present, to the gift. I'm thinking about trying to build a tiny sleigh, you know, a tiny sleigh next to it. And then I'm going to, you know, fence up around. I'm going to sprinkle some mushroom lights so this is nice and lit up during the nighttime. And then I think I can just, you know, enjoy my holiday. So I closed my Minecraft, right? Because I restarted my computer. Then I came back, and Mojang, you, Mojang, you shouldn't have. Thank you. That's actually lovely. All right, here we go. I actually added some music. So we have here our note block. So if I hit the middle one, which I set to be like the good one, like, you know, the big prize one, as you can see, it's the big prize one, just with a small chance of coal, because I mean, I don't want to make it too easy, of course. Then I should here and oh. Well, I'm getting coal for Christmas. Yay! That's because that is like, it has one of the smallest chances of actually happening, because I put the emerald to be it. Well, I guess I'm getting coal for Christmas, everybody. I'm gonna press this button a few more times until the end of this. Don't worry about that. We're probably just gonna be pressing like... It's gonna be like January. I'm just gonna be pressing this button. It's like, give me everything I couldn't get during Christmas. And we have done a pretty good job so far, and I went right ahead and left here a table with cookies and milk for Santa, of course. And is there anything else I think I should add? I mean, I could add more color to this tree, but I am kind of running out of time here, and I mean, it already looks really badass, especially the star on top that's flickering. That is like, mwah, the top. That's the cherry right there. I think I am literally just going to get some B footage here of like snowy on top of this thing, and I'm probably gonna call it a day. Not even kidding. Okay, you beautiful you, that's all of the time that I have for this episode, and I'm probably gonna be taking a little break, you know, a little Christmas break, a little New Year's, you know, resolution fucking thing, because I have a lot of back end stuff to do about the channel itself, and you know, I have many things to set up. I have like, you know, the supporter page to set up, and like custom emojis, and like, you know, more drawings and other things like that. So it's going to be very time consuming. So I'm going to be pretty much taking the rest of this end of the year and probably the beginning of January just working on back end stuff for 2021. So you're probably not gonna see me very often in the channel. I still have a lot of material, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of unfinished, unedited stuff on my hard drive just sitting there waiting to be edited. I might drop like a video or two and something like that, but don't quote me on that one. I wish to all of you watching, if you just happen to stumble upon this channel by accident, I wish all of you happy holidays. Whatever holiday you happen to celebrate, I wish you a happy one. And Happy New Year's too, just in case I don't see any of your lovely faces until then. And I thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking my content. And I wish I'll be seeing all of you, beautiful you, in the next video and the next year. Alright, bye bye. Bye bye.